In a previous video, we've taken a look at adding generic footsteps to your player. We've also looked at adding dynamic footsteps based on the surface that your player is walking on. And in today's video, we're going to update footsteps based on whether or not it's actually raining. So this tutorial is actually going to be relatively short because the logic behind this is extremely simple. So a quick overview of the area that I have here. I've got these tiles that have a concrete material on them, and then I have these tiles here in this strip. Technically the material is rust out of the starter content, but it looks like dirt, and the visual aesthetics is really all I needed to make that strip look different. If you've seen the dynamic footstep video that I did previously, then you'll already know how to set up the physical materials. But if you haven't seen that video yet, you will see a card that'll pop up here in the top corner linking you to that. So I've already got the physical materials tied to the concrete and the rust that I'm calling dirt, and from there we're just using most of the dynamic footstep setup. But I do also have this blueprint actor in here, and this is for my weather. Now, things that are irrelevant to this tutorial is this right here. This is just a rain Niagara system that I had set up, and I'm using my one key to flip-flop between those. If you have an actual weather system in your game, definitely use that instead of this. What we really want to focus on though is this gameplay tag set here. So I do have a gameplay tags variable here with a gameplay tag container, and we're setting the gameplay tags within that container. Now, I'm not going to be going into detail how to set up gameplay tags for a couple reasons. First and foremost, there are already so many good videos on YouTube going further into depth by people who are far more knowledgeable than I am on how to set those things up. So I will link one in the description, but if you want to watch others, you're more than welcome to do your own research. But basically, the gameplay tags are what I'm going to be using. Now, inside of our animation blueprint, this is also going to look very familiar to you if you've done the dynamic footstep video. So we do have our anim notify underscore footstep, which I already have set up on our run animation. And you can do this for run, walk, jog, jump, land, roll, fall, doesn't matter. I'm just using the run animation for the tutorial. And so we've got our anim notify footstep doing a line trace, and we're getting the actor location, and we're going down 500 units on the Z axis. And so basically what that's going to do is it's going to get the center of our player here, and it's going to draw an invisible line straight down 500 units, and hopefully it hits something. If it does hit something, we're going to break that hit result to get the impact location, and we're also going to be getting the surface type. Again, this is something we've done before. What you're not familiar with at this point though is the fact that we've added a second select node, and we have this logic up here. So you can think of these select nodes as sound banks. And so what we're doing is we're getting that weather blueprint that I made. We're specifically referencing the gameplay tag container. And then we're just doing a logic check of if the gameplay tag that's in that container is weather.clear. Now, in this example, I'm only using weather.clear and weather.rain. But again, if you want to do like snow and ice and things like that, you most certainly can. You'll just have to do additional logic checks. And so because the way I have this set up, if it's not clear, then it's raining. Those are the only two options. So if the weather clear is true, it will trigger this play sound at location, which is tied to this sound bank. And inside this sound bank, I have a meta sound for concrete dry and dirt. However, if it's not clear, then it has to be raining, because those are the only two options, which means this is going to spit out false, and it's going to trigger this play sound at location. And this is tied to the other select node, again, as a sound bank. So in this one, we have concrete underscore wet, and instead of dirt, we have mud. So I do technically have 4 meta sounds set up here. I have concrete dry, wet, dirt, and mud. So you will still need to create all of your different footstep types. It's just basically what sound bank is it going to go into. And so again, if you had like snow or ice, you could have additional select nodes going to additional play sound location. Now what's really great about this is you also don't have to use this. If you want to use booleans, you can. If you want to use blueprint interfaces, you absolutely can. Basically, what's really important is whether or not you have a setup logic to basically split out which sound bank is playing at a specific time. And so while this can be used as a weather system, you can use it for other things. And you can basically get really creative with it. Just spitballing examples, maybe you have a weird backwards level that plays all of the sounds backwards. And so you would do is forward or is reverse, and then you can basically pick from a sound bank that has all forward sounds and all reverse sounds. You know, it's really up to you. So I hope you found this tutorial informative and helpful. But really what I hope out of this tutorial is not specifically to be kind of a hand-holding thing and show you how to set up footsteps specifically if it's raining, but really to kind of get you in the mindset of utilizing other non-audio aspects of Unreal Engine to get your audio where you want it. So if this was informative and you'd like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you'd like to be a part of the Sound Effects Guy Discord server, you'll find a link in the description below. Until next time.